Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. I've never really made a video like this before, and I probably won't ever make one again. But I wanted to spice things up a little bit. So today, we're gonna be uploading a tier list for one of my favorite games, Overwatch. Now you're probably wondering, bro, why are you making a tier list, bro? I can literally I can type in anyone else's name on YouTube and find a different tier list. Why are you making a tier list, bro? I'm glad you asked, random viewer. I'm making a different tier list. We're not going to be discussing meta or abilities or ultimates. We're not going to be discussing any of that today. We're going to be discussing something far more controversial. Something that is heavily debated upon in our world today. What is that, you may ask? The answer is feet. Feet are something of a heavy topic. Some people absolutely despise feet. Just the thought of a single toe is just enough to make someone just gag and almost vomit just by thinking of feet, while others just absolutely love them. They love to be dominated, stepped on, anything for feet. And there's actually even a tier list for Overwatch toes. However, this tier list didn't feature all of the female cast. It only featured certain characters, and a lot of them which were male. They even had Hammond. I don't know why. I'm one-upping this tier list, and instead of showcasing male feet, which are actually repulsive, I'm not talking about male feet in this video. I'm not talking about Torbjorn, Hanzo, or Doomfist toes. That's not happening. We're going to be analyzing the female cast of Overwatch, analyzing their feet, and we'll be using a variety of factors depending on whether or not the characters' feet are actually showcased. There are certain characters in this game who don't actually show their feet off in any of the skins, so we're gonna have to get a little bit creative and really dive deep to really get an idea of what the feet may actually be like. But yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna be happening today. I hope you guys like the video. Alrighty, now welcome to the tier list. Our tier list of feet will be ranging from "Ayo, what are those?" all the way up to "Step on me, queen." So we are going to be analyzing the females on this tier list, and who better to start off with than the main character of the video game, Tracer. Now, as I was doing my research for this tier list and who I was going to include, funnily enough, there seems to be a little bit of outrage going on with Tracer, as Tracer does not have any skin showing off her feet. So as you guys may guess, there are quite a few people actually very upset by this. There's actually a few articles up complaining that they didn't get to see any Tracer feet, and she's the main That being the case, though, we're gonna be analyzing other aspects of Tracer, kind of to get an idea of what the feet may actually be. For one, Tracer is wearing Crocs, and on top of that, she literally has no socks underneath the Crocs. And as we know, Tracer's a very movement-based character. You know, she does a lot of moving, jumping, you know, crouching. She does a lot of moving and running. So like that's leaving the condition of the feet very questionable. On top of that, like if you actually look at the Crocs, they look like they've been stepped on. You know, I think maybe like Winston or like Reaper just kind of stomped right on top of the Crocs, really hammering the condition of them down quite a bit. That or Tracer just doesn't really take care of her shoes, and that's gonna be another doink and dock on our girl Tracer. It's not looking too good. However, you could make the argument that Tracer's power is not actually super speed or teleportation. Her power is actually time travel. Tracer can move forward or backwards in time. When she blinks, she's moving in time. She's not actually teleporting, she's just moving herself forward in time to get herself there instantly. Therefore, you could actually argue that since Tracer, a lot of her movement is actually with her blinks and not really her actually running, it's actually with blinks, so she's basically just time traveling. You could argue that Tracer is actually all the way up top at the Step on Me Queen tier, because she can actually just kind of move without actually doing it. She can literally just time travel there. That's kind of broken in reality. I don't know. It's very debatable where we can put Tracer on this feat tier list. However, if we were to ignore the argument that I just brought up, she would definitely be going in the sweaty type tier list. As I mentioned before, you know, the movement and all that, if we, you know, just disregard the statement I just made. However, if we were to ignore that, I think putting her in basic would be a fair, or maybe even suckable or lickable. You might even be able to argue that. However, I don't know. I think the shoe conditioning, it is a little bit questionable, but just for the sake of simpleness, I'm just gonna put her in the sweaty tier list. Again, some people might actually like sweaty feet. That might not be an issue. That might not be an issue for some people out there. They like them sweaty. They like the feet having a little bit of a scent and, you know, a overall aroma. This might not even be a bad placement for Tracer. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put her in the sweaty feet tier. Why don't we go over to Tracer's arch nemesis, Widowmaker. Now, actually, you guys, I'm just gonna flat out tell you right now, there's no real debate here. Widowmaker is going on the Step on Me Queen tier. If we head over to her character and we go over to the highlight intros, I want you to look at this. What? She literally steps on you. One more time. She literally steps on you. She literally steps on you. What more is there to say? All right, there's no, she's going up there. Now, Ashe. Now, Ashe, let's go ahead. I do believe she does have a skin for us to analyze. Let's go ahead and analyze the toes here. Okay. So as we can see, nice little toenail paint right there. Very well designed skin, I must say. Nice little leg action. It's a very good skin. We got Bob looking very clean in the summer. He's got a Speedo on. My dude Bob is carrying with the skin too. Yeah, there's no real debate. On top of that, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw her right up there, right alongside Widowmaker. As you guys know, Ashe is a very bossy type of woman. You know, when she gets her ult, she yells at Bob, do something! She literally yells at Bob. She's a very dominant type of woman. I feel like Step on Me Queen is a perfect placement. Ana is a little bit of a special case here, as there are actually two Anas that we can analyze. We can analyze the normal Ana, or we can analyze the Captain Amari Ana. We are going to be analyzing the regular Ana, and let's see, I do believe she does actually have a few skins that we can analyze the toes. The Summer Games, and we have the Pharaoh. Now, this is a very tricky type of assessment here. Is this Captain Amari, or is this the regular one? I don't really know. For the sake of simpleness, we're just going to be analyzing this one as we know which Ana this is. Despite her age, despite her being, I don't know how freaking old she is, probably in her 70s, she seems to be taking care of the feet relatively well. I can't seem to find any problems here. They're not, as far as I can tell, they're not wrinkly, dusty, crusty. It looks like she seems to be pretty decent, still painting them relatively well. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be a little bit nice here. I'm gonna be putting her in the lickable tier. You know, who doesn't like a nice mature type of woman? You know, I have to admit, you know, Ana, she's still got it going on for her. You know, Captain Amari, I'm actually not gonna be analyzing Captain Amari at all. We're just going to be throwing her right there. We're just going to be throwing her right in the Step on Me Queen tier. She's just a very attractive woman. I'm not going to lie, when this game came out, you know, I was probably around like 17 when Captain Amari released Rule 34. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to leave it at that. Pharaoh. Okay, so we've got a pretty decent lighting on the feet there. Looks like Blizzard kind of went in a little bit on the feet detailing. I don't think there's any other skin in the game that has like detailing on the feet. Is this like sun tanning going on the feet? I'm trying to find something wrong with the feet, maybe the toes. I will say that as opposed to our other characters that are in the higher tiers like Ashe and Widowmaker, there doesn't seem to be anything special going on with the feet. However, if we analyze Pharah's kit, you know, she flies in the sky all the time. She's never really touching the ground, so I think it'd be fair to argue that her feet are probably not dirty or musty if, you know, she's never really touching the ground. She's in the air, you know, nice little ventilation going on with the feet there. So I do think we'll put Farah in the suckable tier. I think this is a fair assessment. You know, I think her feet are probably clean enough for it. I'll put her in the suckable tier. Mercy, here we go. I do believe she does have one skin for us to actually look at, that being the Winged Victory. Now, unfortunately, the weapons are kind of in the way here, so we can't get a perfect view of the toes. However, I will say, I mean, overall, this is a very well designed skin. I'm not going to lie to you. She's got, I believe that is some nail polish going on. Yeah, it is. And I mean, on top of that, I mean, like, let's just envision that the skin is still on. Obviously it's not, but I mean, look at the way she just slowly floats down from the heavens and then just raises you right back up. Look at her. She just softly speaks to you and tells you to get back up. I don't really yeah, I think it's a pretty safe. We can put her on the goddess tier. I think that's a very, very fair placement for Mercy there. It is very, very goddess-like the way she just does that in the highlight intro. Brigitte next. Being a very, very hated character within the community. People absolutely hate this character in the higher ranks. Brain dead carry. You don't have to do anything if you just literally exist and you get value on this hero. People actually hate Brigitte. Brigitte, like Tracer, does not have a single skin showing off the toes. However, we know that Brigitte is a mechanic based off of the mechanic skin. Like her dad, Torbjorn, she works on things, you know, lots of metal, lots of parts and overall work being done. However, you do have to put, you know, the overall scent of the feet into question. If, you know, she's working with all this armor and stuff, and on top of that, all her skins feature her in this bulky armor, we have to question, I mean, how bad would the feet smell be, you know, when she's jumping around, shield bashing, just smacking everybody around. She's quite an active character, you know. I believe that that's gonna be a huge dock on Brigitte. That's gonna affect her quite badly. And on top of that, you know, fish. This is a fisher type of skin, you know. Out at sea, it doesn't really smell too great out by the sea. I don't know if you guys have gone fishing, but it usually doesn't really smell that great. Therefore, Brigitte, I'm afraid I am gonna have to be putting her in the dusty and musty tier list. Nothing more to say. I think her feet probably smell very bad and they're probably dusty and dirty. Let's go ahead and go to Moira next. Moira actually does have a skin showing off the feet, but if it's the one I think it is, Moira is going to be in trouble. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Moira is in a lot of trouble there. I don't know what's going on. She's got some feral type of toenails right there. That she could dang right just kill someone with those freaking toes. That's kind of, yeah, I don't know if some people might like that, but that's definitely not human like. That's not at all normal. And like just looking at the overall skin, you know, she's in tatters. Like, she looks like she's, I don't know, dude. It's not looking good. I think wherever she was, you know, she's got the little prisoner type of like bangles here, which would probably indicate that, you know, she probably hasn't showered or had time to wash her feet. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, there's like dirt under the feet and toes there. It's probably dirty. So I'm afraid that's not looking too good. I might actually have to put her here in the actual toe fungi just because it, yeah, the toes are probably dirty. Zarya, there's no room for debate. You're going in the legit Tarzan feet, just the default skin for Zarya. Look at those cinder block 11s that she has on. You couldn't possibly convince me that she has real human-like feet. Now let's go ahead and look at Orisa. wait, where do I put Orisa? Let me analyze. We're just gonna put her in potato stubs. I'm gonna put her above Zarya. I don't know what those qualify as. I can't even qualify them as feet, so I'm just gonna put Orisa on potato stubs. D.Va, now I already know that she does have a skin that verifies the feet, but I'm just gonna show you guys just so you know. Let's go ahead and head over to the Wave Racer. As we can see, you know, the toes are painted very nicely, matching the pink outfit very well. Very nicely designed skin overall. We got some feet jewelry, which is actually unique. I don't think there are many other characters who have feet jewelry going on, so D.Va also is getting a +1 there. That's I think that's very good indication. She will be going up there on the Step On Me Queen tier. Spectacular display of toes there. Symmetra, got this one. As we can see, the toes are very scrunched up in these heels. Like they're they're struggling to breathe very, very hard. You know, she's probably in a lot of pain walking around in these. I'm not going to lie. That seems very painful. However, in this skin, it does seem like the toes get a little bit of a breathing room, a lot more breathing room in this skin. They do get to breathe quite a bit more. They do match very nicely with the skin there. And actually, overall, she does look pretty attractive in this skin. I'm not going to lie. However, I personally hate Symmetra as a character. I hate her so much. Just out of pure spite, I'm gonna be putting her in the legit Tarzanian feet just because I hate her so much. I hate queuing up for Lijiang Tower because I know if I get Lijiang Tower, there's gonna be a Symmetra, and if we don't have a Symmetra, we're probably gonna lose because she's just so powerful and dominant on Lijiang Tower. You practically need a Symmetra on Lijiang Tower, and I hate it. I hate Lijiang Tower for that very reason. If I were to ignore my hatred for her, I'd probably place her maybe even in the goddess tier. However, I hate her so much. You know what? I don't want to put her with Zarya. I'm gonna put her in the basic tier. You know, there's nothing really wrong with her feet, or nothing, at least to my eyes, other than the fact that they were a bit scrunched in a few of the other skins. So I will go ahead and place her in the basic tier. Otherwise, you know, if it were up to me, I'd just put her right down here because I hate her. Mei. Yeah, I think this might be the closest we get to Mei's feet, is the pajama. You know, there's a little bit of underfoot action going on there in this particular pose. You can see a little bit of the foot there. I'm not sure where I can place her, because if we analyze her kit, kind of like how we did with some of the other characters, you know, she utilizes ice. I mean, so we could say that her feet are probably really cold. I don't know if that's like a fetish or anything. I'm not really too well versed in that department of feet. I'm not sure I can really speak on like the overall fetishes and what people might like as far as like temperature wise. I know some of you could make the argument that, you know, she might be suckable, they might be lickable. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, she does have ice cream skin, so you could argue that, you know, her feet might be like ice cream and they could go in the lickable. I think that's a little bit of a stretch though. I'm not really sure. Just for the simplicity's sake, I will be putting her in basic. I'm not really sure where to place her. Echo. So as we can see, she literally has no feet at all. It's literal metal. However, unlike Orisa, we actually know, based off of Echo's kit, Echo is able to duplicate any character in the game. She can literally turn into any of these characters. We don't know the extent of her powers. We don't know if she can duplicate like certain parts of her body. For all we know, she can literally duplicate Widowmaker's feet and just have them. We don't know, but we know for sure that she can duplicate the entirety of a character. So I think it's a fair assessment to be placing Echo all the way up on the Step on Me Queen tier, just because of the sheer fact that she can duplicate any of these characters that are already up here. She can duplicate Wave Racer Diva. Sombra. Now, I believe Sombra is actually in the same boat as a few of our other characters, where she does not actually show off the toes at all in any of the skins. However, there is one thing that Sombra gets, and that is one of these voice lines, if I can find it. I'm gonna go ahead and play this voice line for you guys.
I know who's been naughty.
Let's go ahead and let's play that one more time. Let's go ahead and play that.
I know who's been naughty.
Listen to that. Listen to the seductive tone given in that voice line. One more time.
I know who's been naughty.
Listen to that. Blizzard, you naughty little dogs. You recorded that woman saying that in the studio. You literally got her recording, you sly little dogs. I know who's been naughty too, Sombra, and that's those fellers back at Blizzard Studios, you naughty little boys. I will be putting Sombra all the way up on the Step on Me Queen tier list just off of that voice line alone. I think that voice line carries her very far. I needed that by Blizzard. Now, Sojourn from Overwatch 2. I saved her for last because Overwatch 2 is not actually out yet, and I've gotten to test out Sojourn and play. I've gotten to play the beta. I didn't want to really say anything. Unfortunately for me, though, I am under NDA, so I can't really speak about Sojourn's kit or her overall, voice lines. I can't really leak any of that information. However, I can tell you guys that just off of my experiences with the character, I will be placing her in the legit Tarzan feat, and that will be completing my list. So thank you guys very much for watching this Overwatch feat tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I understand a lot of you might disagree. Your favorite character might not have gotten in the top Step on Me Queen tier list. I try to be as unbiased as possible. If you disagree with any of the placements, this is totally fine. I feel like it's important to mention that feat, being the controversial topic that it is, some people, the fetish variety is kind of enormous. Some people really like, the dusty, the potato stubs, the toe fungi, even the legit Tarzanian feet. Some people might think that, a woman having just man-like, gorilla-like feet would just be the most attractive thing ever. Some people will really enjoy that. So I think it's fair to note that, some of these characters, you could argue that, just off of that fact, we could place Zarya all the way up top. However, these are just my general ideas of where these characters could and would be placed. And yeah, that's going to be it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.